How's it going, guys? Bring a Platoon here, and welcome to another great game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I will be playing one of the tanks I'm currently going for a third mark in, even though that probably won't happen for a while, the Tier 10 American heavy tank, the T110E5. I'm struggling, to put it lightly. If the team smashes, you won't get the damage you need to get the mark up. And if they falter and they die a lot sooner than you can get your pens in, you can't... Here's how this tank goes, okay? It's not a front-lining heavy tank like the E100 or the Moss or whatever. It has armor in the sense that if you're moving, it's going to be really hard to pen you. If your lower hull is exposed, expect to get shot and take damage for that shot, because the lower hull sucks dick. But if you're hull down, or if you're side scraping in less than 20 degrees, then you're fine. Your tracks will take the shot, and you can deal damage while they're bouncing. However, if you rush in this tank to get your damage that you want, you're going to end up taking a lot before you even get the damage that you need, even if you even make it that far. Mediums are your worst enemy. Anything quick that can quickly circle around you. Obviously take priorities like this AMX-30, and the fucking Batchat, I think, is also up here. But any other heavy tanks, like the IS-7, the E100, the Moss, they're not really that big of an issue, because you can side scrape, you can deal with them in time. But these mediums, if you get isolated from your team, they will fuck you. And more often than not, you're gonna get penned from the side from a medium and his friend that are platooning. You'll get tracked, and then they'll just fucking keep you there while they keep wailing on you. So just side scrape as much as you possibly can. If you can find a spot on the map where your lower hull is hidden, use that to your advantage, because it's gonna help you a lot. I don't know why I shot there, but what I'm doing right now, don't do that, because they can hit your not only your lower hull, but also my track, and then track me, and then have his little friend clip me out. So yeah, not good. And if you can see on the minimap there in like C2, which is where I am, I have no other tanks behind me. But if I were to fall back, I would have a little bit of cover from here in C1. So it's not like there's not a place I can go. And see there, I'm wiggling my turret. I don't know why he didn't shoot at it. Probably because he knew we didn't have a good shot. But if you're facing the E5 and having trouble penning it while it's hull down, there is a spot on the... If you're facing it, again, if you're looking at an E5 head-on, there is a spot on the... I don't know how that didn't pen me. That's pretty funny. On the Commander's Cupola, if I said that right, on the very right side, you will pen it pretty much 100% of the time, because it's lessly armored, and it seems like it doesn't make much sense. You think it would bounce more, but it actually does not. So if you're aiming for an E5 that's hull down and he's not really moving at all, and you're like, I don't know, 100 meters, a little less away, shoot for that. Just see if it pens. And if it doesn't, and your accuracy is ass, well then, I don't know what to tell you. Pursue other tanks, I guess, would be your best option there. But right here, they're shooting up at me, and I'm using my gun depression to my advantage. So they can't shoot my lower hull, and my upper hull is obviously angled as shit and well armored at that. As you can see, I'm bouncing rounds from mediums who are just auto-locking me, so that's pretty good. They're pretty skilled, these guys. It's like, well done. Maybe if you tried aiming, you'd actually, you know, hit me, but no. Oh. Russian mediums are ass. I fucking hate them. Their DPM is dangerous. They got armor. They can side scrape. Their turrets are scary. And just... I knew that if I went up this hill The other guy was destroyed, so I figured if I can get this AMX-30, I'm in fucking business. But I did not count on the Fatherland, bam, there he goes, being to my left here. For some reason, I tunnel visioned and I didn't even know he was there. I could have lost some health. I was fortunate enough not to, but he bounced off me there. Tricked him into firing in my upper hull. Kind of want to finish off that oh-ho. Just getting as much damage as I can. I know this IS-3 cannot pen me from the front, as long as I'm face-hugging him. And little by little, he is being whittled down. And we're just kind of Eiffel Towering this guy, and he's done. Now this E4 right next to me, he's a fucking disgrace. And I'll show you why in about 4 seconds here. See that 110? Who's completely out in the open? Watch this. He missed him. He bounces off him right here. Boom. Yep. Well done. Well done, retard. Instead of doing 700 plus damage, you probably... Well, is it 850? The average damage. Anyway, yeah, instead of doing that, you completely fucking bounced off him. Well done. Then again, if you did pen him, I probably wouldn't have got as many pens as I did. And, yeah. I like me some extra damage. But I really like this tank, despite its flaws, despite it not being an armored behemoth. It's... I was reading up on some forums because I was struggling with it, and it's a second-line tank. It's not meant to brawl with all the other heavy tanks unless you have somewhere to hide in between shots. Like, if you can side scrape, that's great. But if you can't, and you have no lower hull cover, then you're probably just stuck going in and out of cover to take shots, and that puts you at more risk for damage. So, that's no bueno. And then I'm trying to get more shots on this T-32, because he's not really paying attention. And there's an M103 behind me. And once again, I tunnel vision, because I'm an idiot. And I don't know what I'm thinking here. It's like, oh, I'll just show my ass to him. I thought I was in like an IS-7 for a second. I don't really know where my mindset was at this game. But he only gets a chance to pen me once. Maybe twice there, because I was spinning around. And as you can see, or I guess you could have seen at the beginning of the game, I had 20 regular shells loaded and 20 heat shells loaded. I keep the heats in case I run into something like an E100 that's hull down, or a Jang Panzer E100. Fuck, that tank is scary. To shoot them in the top of their... obviously the E100 has a turret, so I shoot him in the top turret, near the lower end of the body of the tank. Basically near the turret ring, and it pens pretty much every time. So heats are great, and I use them when I'm too far away to focus on my AP rounds, penning anything. I can't talk. I'm sorry. I use heat when they're farther away because, you know, no loss of penetration over long distances. But as you can see, I get 8,000 damage combined. Yippee for me. Once again, I get the base damage wrong in the beginning of my video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.